Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to ETS2. In the previous episode, we went all over to Novo Mesto in Zagreb, and sorry if you're hearing any background noise because neighbors. But yeah, so we came from where? Osijek, I think, went all the way to Virovitica, passed through Zagreb, and then Novo Mesto. This time we are going from Novo Mesto going to Szeged. But on the way, we'll be passing through this road, which is Project Balkans territory. This entire thing, A3 all over, passing through Sremska, Mitrovica, Novi Sad, and Subotica. I think so. Now, if we can manage all of that in this episode, we will see. But that's certainly the plan. So let's get started. It's going to be quite a trip. It's going to take a while. And hopefully, the background noise isn't too loud and it's not ruining the experience. Anyway, let's get going. Maybe let's just fill the sound with some engine sounds to block out the noise. Anyway, so I am in a parking lot. Really fancy, really simple actually, but unique parking lot. If you remember, this was the Renault dealer that we discovered in the last episode, right before we did the delivery. So let's go left. The pickup point is somewhere here. As no no, wow, nice train. Look at that. It's kind of short though. Definitely the first time I've seen that kind of train in this game. Right, let's get going. It is 6 in the morning. I think it's almost 7. So it's almost rush hour. And so we can expect a bit more traffic than usual. Tractors, farmers. Early to rise, early to bed. Yeah, this is exactly the route we took. So remember, we went left here, and then we delivered the goods somewhere nearby. What's interesting though is the speed limit is actually 90 here. I mean, how the heck can you go 90 in this space? That's insane. Oh, can I go? Thank you. Ooh, nice sunrise. Beautiful. I'd love to take a picture, but maybe later when we have a trailer already. Okay, this is where we're going for the pickup. Methinks. Looks like some construction is happening here as well. The building is probably under renovation or something. Bit more, thank you. And there's the sewer plate that we were looking for. Nice. Now, some of you guys might have been expecting a Transport Fever episode, and actually, that was my plan. But I also remembered that Transport Fever should be having an update today or later today. The beta version, the beta release, should be available in Steam in a few hours. This is our trailer, by the way. Farm tractors going to Szeged. Let's see. So I thought, well, maybe let's just go trucking this day, and then the next recording session I have, I'll record Transport Fever so we can check out what's new with the beta update. Yeah, I think that would be promising. Assuming though that my saves don't get wrecked, that's a problem. So I might have to tweak it a bit. It might be a bit painful, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm really excited about the new updates in Transport Fever. They have some useful things, like you'll be able to check the speed limit now for your tracks even if they're existing already. So you don't have to ruin them, things like that. Usability patch, I think how they call it. Is this our trailer? Yes, it is. Okay. Too bad I can't see the fifth wheel in this truck. But I think this should be aligned like so. There we go. Easy peasy. Ah, yes. And let me just reset the layout. There we go. And work on our routing. Now we'll be going through mostly highways, A3s. I don't want to go to Virovitica. I want to go there. Although that increases the distance dramatically from 497 to 530, but that will lead us to the highway. And if we go through here, yep, that will be 568 in total. And if we go through all the cities, that's probably going to be a rip. But it's going to be nice as well. So 618 kilometers. I don't think we'll be able to do that in this episode. Everything, but we'll try. We will definitely try, alright? We will see how it goes. And the background noise, sorry guys. Can't do anything about that. The only alternative is not having an episode today. And I think you guys want an episode with a little bit of background noise rather than not having anything at all. But let me know if I'm mistaken, then I can just delay an episode if ever. Alright, here we go. Now, I'm not sure if we can manage that, and I don't want to just speed through everything, you know. I want to really appreciate the roads, because I think this is the last leg of Project Balkans, and then we'll be back in ProMods country. So I don't want to rush it. I want to treasure it. So maybe let's see if maybe we're reaching an hour. Maybe we'll cut the episode. I haven't done that in quite a while. If you remember, for those guys who've been watching for most of the season, we are in episode what now? 126 maybe, something like that. If you remember, in the beginning of the series, I didn't really complete the trips every time. I cut it into 30-minute episodes to limit the duration. But thanks to your feedback that you prefer full trips, I opted to go into and make longer episodes for you guys. In the beginning, I still remember it was kind of hard making episodes longer than 30 minutes because what would I talk about? You know, the fatigue would set in, the topics would run out, and everything. But eventually, I think we're managing just fine. We're getting used to it. This one though, 618 kilometers. I'm not really sure, but we'll see how it goes. Trailer is looking pretty good. Not too bad with our truck. And some of you guys gave me comments and gave me tips for the trip last time, for the 80-ton trailer that we were hauling, that loco. That was really loco in more ways than one. Yeah, 80 tons, super heavy. Some of you guys told me how to approach roundabouts, how to approach curves, how to go uphill, you know, how to use the trailer brakes instead of the parking brakes. So thanks for all the tips. Well, go and try that out sometime, as when we haul something bigger, or maybe when we get into a pinch, I get stuck, I go into clumsy trucking mode. We'll see how it goes. Ooh, this is a nice interchange. Like both ways are sharing the same bend and then merging out like this. I don't think we'll get any problems with this trailer though, in terms of pulling it, because it's what, 11 tons? Yeah, it's a good brake to have. I can't haul 80 tons every single time. It will be very stressful for me. So even though this is 600 kilometers that we'll have to travel, I think we might have a chance here, and it will be mostly highways, so it shouldn't be that bad. Famous last words. But we'll see. In any case, let's make sure to appreciate the scenery, because I guess this is the last episode where we explore Project Balkans. The episode after, it might be ProMods, might be RusMap, but most likely not Project Balkans anymore, because we're running out of content. We've explored most of the roads already. There are some cities probably, or roads, that we haven't yet. I saw there were like roads and cities in Italy, I think, and even in Slovenia. And yeah, we are in Slovenia, if I remember correctly. So yeah, we might not be able to explore that, but I would say around maybe 90% or more of the roads we will have explored already by the time we finish this trip. There we go. Slow down, full retarders. And yeah, let's go and stop here, roleplay this a bit. Yeah, I remember this border. So many trucks in here. That's why you can see the frames. Frames have totally tanked down because of all the vehicles on the other side. Look at that. All the trucks and cars just piling on top of each other. Maybe not on top of each other. You get what I mean. Right, let's get going. I do love the highways in Project Balkans though. I would say it's one of their best assets. I'm really enjoying driving through the highways in Project Balkans. They're really well made. The scale doesn't feel it's too small, and it's not so humongously large either. It feels realistic, although honestly I wouldn't know because I've never been in this place. But the roads, the signages, they seem pretty realistic to me. All good. You guys might know better. And what's interesting as well, actually the speed limit here is 100. Interesting. Now normally European trucks would have a limiter of 90 kilometers that is like hard coded or really coded into the trucks themselves, so you can never go beyond 90. But in this game, where would be the fun in that, right? So I don't have that limiter, and so you can see I'm actually going over 90 already, and we might have a photo opportunity because this looks like a very, very wide highway. This might be the best angle for this trip, and you might hear the background music. That's not from me, right? I hope this video doesn't get muted because of that, but I'll just keep talking and try to block it out. Don't try. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Look at that. It's like a humongous cloverleaf intersection. Wow. How many lanes is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lanes? All going through different directions. I'll take it. Nice. Look at that. This looks like City Skylines templates. Actually, no, even bigger. Only question is, how do we take a decent photo? Maybe something like that would work. Because I want to show the highway, but I also want to show the truck. Good question. Maybe something like that. Show the bends, show the curves. Like so. I would take that. I'm happy with that. Even though the truck looks super small now. But the roads are more important at this stage. Game super dark, right? Let me check. 84 kilometers and counting. Yeah, this is good. We're gonna make good progress with these roads. Going at 100 here. Makes me wonder though, is this realistic? Oh no, okay, now we've gone to 80. So back there, with the 100 speed limit, is that really applicable for trucks? At least in this area? Because what would happen for most of the European trucks with the 90 kilometer speed limit? The speed limiter. Right? How would they reach 100 here? So even though if it's realistic that these roads allow up to 100 for trucks, no truck would ever reach that because of all the trucks would have their limiter set. So it would be interesting to know. So for the guys who are watching, who are familiar with this place, look at the trees just jutting out from below. For those guys who are familiar, do let me know, okay? Okay. Ripperoni. Okay. Almost hit that guy, but not quite. For some reason he was not going right. Or it didn't seem like it. Ooh, police car. But I don't think that car can catch us quite yet. That was close. I definitely should drive safer. It just gets a little bit frustrating though when you see things like this, you know, the AI just derping up and having a hard time blending in. But I guess that's the side effect of having the real density mod in there. You get more chances of the AI doing crazy stuff. So I guess we'll take it. But yeah, so I don't think the police cars can catch us quite yet. It's only the speed radars who can penalize us currently. But in the next version, in 1.27, I'm sure they can do that already. So I'm assuming this one would work. Conserve ticket. Not quite. There we go. Thank you. I did upgrade just a few hours ago to ATS 1.6. And I'm planning to have that on stream tomorrow. What I'm not sure though is about the features themselves, about the updates. So I tried it a bit. Honestly, I didn't really notice a huge change, but I guess you'll notice it once you really get into the detailed driving. Maybe in the beginning it's not that obvious. But I didn't seem to find any new updates, or it's nothing dramatic from my point of view. There were updates to the liftable trailer axles, which is, like, for me it's negligible. Because in the current original SES trailers, I think only one trailer type has those liftable axles. All the others don't. So the chances of you getting that trailer is pretty slim with all the jobs flying around, right? And then we have the adaptive transmission mode, something like that. But I believe that's like the automatic transmission for the, how do you call it? Allison transmission, is it? Something like that. So there are different modes now for eco mode, power mode, and balance, something like this. It's not really that important. I mean, we are using manual shift, for us at least. So I'll never be using that. So that's not applicable as well. What is applicable for me though, please don't pull out. Please don't pull out, thank you. What is applicable for me though is the double clutching thing. So they did implement the double clutching feature, which honestly I haven't tried yet because when I first played it, it wasn't really working. And then I later found out you had to change something in the config file or change something in the console to make that happen, to make that change active for double clutching. So in case you guys don't know, I've been researching a bit about this because it was really interesting. There is a concept called double clutching, and it used to be a thing for older manual transmissions, like, I don't know, 1920s or even earlier manual transmission engines. Manual transmission. Ooh, oh crap, we should have we should fuel up as well. Wait, let me check the map. Yeah, it totally slipped my mind. Let's fuel up here. Yeah, that should be fine. So there is what they call the unsynchronized manual transmission and the synchronized manual transmission. What you're probably familiar with are the synchronized manual transmission. How do you call it? Period. Manual transmission. That's it. That's where you step on the clutch, shift gears, release the clutch, something like that. Because it takes care of syncing or matching the. I'm not too savvy. I'm not savvy enough to explain this, but I'll try. You guys would some of you guys probably know better. So if you do let me know and correct me, alright, in the comments. I'll be waiting for those corrections. But with synchronized manual transmission, let's slow down. Looks like lots of traffic building up here. Okay, we can go straight. So with the synchronized manual transmission, it's the one who takes care of matching the revs or the speed from one gear to another. That's the high level. But that's like a recent technology, and I think technically speaking, it adds more wear and tear. So it's not as sturdy as the unsynchronized manual transmission. At least that's what I read. That's why in the US, for those Eaton Fuller transmissions, for those trucks that are using manual transmissions, even though they're not as old as the trucks, they are still using unsynchronized. So with unsynchronized, you have to do the double clutching thing, because you step on the clutch, go to neutral, and then that would allow the transmission to match, the engine to match the speed or whatever to the next one. Yeah, I'm not explaining this very well, am I? And then you step on the clutch again, and then go into the actual gear. So step on the clutch once. I'm quite scared about this guy. Let's go and fuel up here. So you step on the clutch once, you go to neutral, release the clutch, and then you step on the clutch again, go to your gear. That's the high level of it, but it's not that simple. It doesn't work as easy as that from what I've heard. So, but that's the concept of double clutching, and that's applicable for unsynchronized manual transmissions. And that's mostly applicable to American trucks. European trucks have mostly automatic transmissions, first of all, and for those which have manual transmission, which is not that common anymore in Europe, I believe, they use synchronized, so that you don't really need the double clutch. So double clutching is more applicable for American trucks, and it's more exciting for ATS. Look at that guy just tooting me. Wow, the nerve. Right, let's get going. Full tank, 675 euros, not too bad. 1.13 euros per liter, was it? Well, that was cheap, I think. Right, cheaper than the other locations though, the very least. I turn off my lights, I think it's bright enough outside. It's just inside that's a bit dark. Okay, here we go again. The merging. The bane of the AI existence. Anyway, so yes, that's the double clutching thing. And with the 1.6 ATS, double clutching can now be enabled. So you can force the game to not recognize the simple clutching technique, and you'll have to do double clutching or floating gears, which I won't explain anymore because it's more complicated than that. But yeah, so it overall it improves it makes the game more challenging. It makes the game more realistic for shifting. Oh man, I don't think these cars will ever move. We'll have to do this on our own, or maybe they will after this car. Yep, they are. They're doing it. They can manage as long as there aren't any cars nearby, but if there are, they give way always. They don't know the concept of sneaking in slowly, bit by bit. Right. So yes, you can enable it in the new version, in the beta version, but I haven't tried it yet because you would have to change some console commands or something in the config file to enable that. But that's what I'm excited to try tomorrow in the stream. And I would expect a lot of disasters, a lot of gear grinding, but if you are interested to see how that works, feel free to join the stream. It's going to be 8 a.m. Singapore time, which is unfortunately I think 1 in the morning in Europe, 12 midnight in the UK. So it's not the friendliest timing, but for the US folks it is a bit better. because for US folks it would be 8 p.m. Eastern time, something like this. And I am speeding again. I don't really get when the speed changes. I don't notice the signs, if there are any. I don't think there are any. They just change. What I've noticed is for those humongous highways, it's 90, and then when it becomes like a highway / country road, it becomes 80. Strangely enough, I guess it kind of makes sense. I just would have preferred an actual speed limit sign. Maybe the locals know it already. They know when the road changes. When it changes in appearance, it's already part of the change in the speed limit as well. I don't know. But yeah, look at this. Look at the scale of this interchange. This is how interchanges should be. Yeah, if you've driven in the default SCS interchanges before, the prefabs that they have, those were the worst. Those were like miniature interchanges, and a truck could hardly fit in. And I'm so glad that the map makers have become experts enough to not fall into the same trap. So ProMods has beautiful interchanges. I'm glad that Project Balkans has beautiful interchanges as well. Maybe Project Balkans used some prefabs which ProMods made. I'm not really sure if ProMods even made prefabs. But it's nice. It's nice. It all adds to the realism, and add that together with the flowers and the spring mod makes for a really beautiful and relaxing drive on the highway, right? There we go. Yeah, pretty relaxing here. Pretty nice. They actually didn't crash there. I was like full concentration mode because I'm not sure about you guys. I told you about this already. But for me, if I'm not in first person, I really suck at driving. I have no clue how to align myself if I'm not in first person. Like if I face something like that, my truck would sway all over. Well, it's not now, but oftentimes I get confused with the left and right because the controls are reversed. You can't gauge your wheel direction so much, so it's harder. Yeah, this is such a nice drive. A beautiful finale for Project Balkans. Honestly, I'm not really sure if we'll ever play with Project Balkans anymore because ProMods is on its way. Some of you guys know it. Theo knows it. Some of you guys know that ProMods is actually doing the Balkans area as well. The Balkans region. It's doing its own version. So when it does that, it will override anything that's been done by Project Balkans, or most of the things at least. And when that happens, I think I would prefer the ProMods version rather than the Project Balkans version. So we really have to enjoy this trip because it might be the last we see of Project Balkans. Hopefully not, but you never know. It's interesting. Words. It's interesting as well. If you noticed, the marker I put down, placed it here, and I don't see any fuel stations in here. So why did I place that here? Did I just click on it wrongly, or did it put the marker differently? Don't really know. Here we go. Border from let's go and read. Bayakovo. So this is Croatia, is it? To, I don't know, Croatia to Bosnia. I'm just guessing here because the flags are a bit similar, to be honest. But maybe we can have a better view from here. So we are crossing over. It's a bit hard, huh? Let me look at the freight market because that's where the countries are shown. So we are crossing from Croatia to Serbia, I think. That's my guess. If any of you guys know for sure, do let me know, okay? Papers. Good. I should get rid of that teddy bear. It completely removes the macho feel of this truck, doesn't it? But I guess it's there we go. Yeah, that's a confirmation. Republic of Serbia. So Croatia to Serbia border. I would bet on that. And one more stop. Maybe I shouldn't be stopping everywhere. Maybe I should just stop once, huh? Serbia, these are the signs. 50 city limits, 80 outside, 100 in highways, 120 in super highways. I don't know how they're called, but you get the picture, right? Alright, so this is Serbia now. Let's see if we can notice any differences. Okay, that sign says 100, but then we have an explicit sign which is 70. Killjoy. Party pooper. But then again, it's a toll gate, so kind of makes sense. Alright, fine. So maybe that was the answer. I was looking for speed limit signs, explicit speed limit signs. But maybe with the rest of Europe as well, it's not really always speed limit signs, just those highway signs, city signs. To tell if you're in the city limits or if you're in a highway. Or what do you call those roads anyway? The green sign which looks like a highway and the blue sign which looks like a car. What's the difference between those two? Because if I remember correctly, the blue car is like 100 and the green highway is like 120. So I wonder how they're called. Anyway, if any of you guys know, hit it up in the comment section, right? Would be interesting to learn all that. Do we need lights? Not really. Let's just keep on driving like so. Alright, I'll keep my eyes peeled for signs and let's observe when the actual speed limit changes. Ooh, are those tracks? It's in railroad tracks. Yes, they are, but I don't see any trains, unfortunately. Fine. Okay, let's go. Okay, what's up with you guys? It seems to be like whenever there's a gasoline station, even though they're not entering the gasoline station, they're slowing down. It's like they're afraid that someone might pull out on them. So weird. Mitrovica. To the right or something. Yeah, that's where we're going. Right, I hope I read that right, by the way. Let's see. Okay, that's nice. So these signs also have that 3, 2, 1 indicator that you're nearing the exit. I like that. That's pretty understandable. Okay, this one is the one I'm asking about. What do you call that sign? I know that says you're leaving that, whatever that is. You're leaving the highway maybe, huh? And maybe later on we'll see the blue car. And let's see, I'll ask you what that means. Ooh, truck hype. Or is that a tram? Honestly, I'm not sure. It looks like a tram to me. But it feels weird that it's outside the city and there's a tram. You normally get trams inside cities, don't you? Maybe in this place you don't. Okay, let's go and get through here. Too bad we don't have auto pass in here. I missed the France DLC areas. And also the... what was that? I think the Scandinavian DLC areas also have that now. Have that already. But somehow I remember the France DLC areas I like better. They feel more realistic. Ooh, we have right of way here. And we turn left because straight ahead is a dead end. Even though you can't see it, but you can see on the map. Nice skin. UK Europa. Nice skin. I would like to drive with that. I'm wondering though, is there a way to get the skins from the AI trucks? That would be awesome. I mean, if I have skins like that, that must be coming from, for example, from Jazzycat, right? So is there a way to extract those skins so I can use them for my own trucks? That would be super useful. Because we already downloaded them. It's just a matter of using them for our own, instead of just in AI trucks. Might not be that simple though, technically speaking. Right, we're discovering what? There we go. Sremska Mitrovica. I hope I read that right. But this is a beautiful roundabout. This is the roundabout that I like. 2 lanes, huge, enough space for trucks. Beautiful. And we'll just go around the entire thing and exit. There we go. And we'll go back to the highway. So yeah, we paid the toll just to do a bit of sightseeing. Where's the train? Where's the train? I'm hearing it. I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. It's a train. It wasn't a tram. What the heck? Did you see that? It went outside the rails. Okay, this is a good try. This is a good test. It's not the heaviest, but it's a good trial. Let me go and look at the trailer brake. It's oh wow, I don't have a key for it. Interesting. Do I have something like that? Retarder. Oh crap. No. Wrong button. I'm not sure now. Maybe say that one. Route advisor next page. That won't work. That won't work. Well, what button was it originally? Is it T? Is it B? Let's try T. Or B, let's try B. We don't need the engine brake there anyway. Okay. Alright. So I'm stepping on the brakes now. Let me hit the trailer brakes. Oh, I'm not falling. If I release the trailer brakes, there I fall. If I step on it, if I press it, I don't fall. And from here, I should be able to go accelerate, release trailer brake, and go. Well, that was easy. Now, if we're hauling an 80-ton trailer there, that might not have been as easy, but I think it still would have been better than a parking brake. So thank you for the tips, guys. I think that really works. Awesome. Let's see. Turning right here and getting onto the highway again. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. Telepass. Does this work? I doubt it, but let's try anyway. Nope, doesn't work. Still the same thing. You know, I wish the telepass would work. Like if you have those telepass devices like there, you would get an automated toll. Makes it a bit more realistic. It's not just for show, right? Well, we have a lot of things we wish for in this game, but we have to prioritize. There's the sign again. Entering highway, I would assume. There, the speed limit became 120. 120 for a truck. Wow, that's insane. This is a very nice view. Yeah, this is a very enjoyable ride so far. I'm liking it. Hope you guys are too. I love driving through highways like this. Very developed, very easy to understand highways where you can go high speed and just... What the heck is wrong here? Are you okay, dude? Okay. Someone forgot where the gas pedal was. I don't know what's wrong with him. Just the AI being the AI. Okay, and we go through this exit now. I think we're going through each exit because we're discovering each of the towns. There we go. And we're leaving the highway again. Okay, so that sign is pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, the blue car I'm more interested in. I guess the blue car is like a country road. Or a national highway, or however you call it. That's why the speed limit isn't as fast, but it's still faster than if you just went outside the town. Okay, we're passing through a toll gate here again. Somewhere. A toll, okay. That's clear. Let's go through here, roleplay it a bit. Usually the trucks would exit on the right, would stay on the right. At least that's how I'm familiar with it. I would assume it's the same in other countries. Thank you. But yeah, I am liking the amount of AI cars right now. The frame rate isn't that bad, is it? But the amount of cars is so much now. It's sometimes a hassle, that's true. But it's so realistic as well. That's why I like to keep it. I know Jesse mentioned to remove it because of the frame drops. But it doesn't really drop that much. It only drops mostly when you're in a heavily populated city like Zagreb, where the frames aren't the best to start with, and you just add on top all those AI cars, which makes it worse. So I would assume if you get into Barcelona, that would be a problematic area for us, because Barcelona itself, it's very slow, and then you add on these AI cars, and that would definitely wreck performance. But in general, I think it's fine. Nice little town here. Nice little country town. Country... how do you call it? Country town, yeah, I think it is. Nice little overpass there. Good thing our trailer is within the vertical limit. We're fine. I like driving through these roads. They're pretty enjoyable as well. They're not highways, not by far, but they are very varied. You know, the vegetation, the wind, the curves, the bends left and right, the towns and the buildings you see as you go along. It just looks so realistic. Like this one, you know, a sharp bend like this adds on to the overall feel of the place. And then entering Irig now. Are we going to discover this then? Man, living here must kinda suck. Because everyone who's coming through the highway would go through here, looks like. Imagine if you're that house there. Yeah, that would be a bit difficult. Novi Sad. Right. Interesting though that there aren't many cars. What time is it? Excuse me? I didn't hit anyone, did I? I don't think so. What is that? What's that sign? Like snow. You guys see it? Maybe it's like a traffic hazard. Warning, traffic hazard. Snow falling. Maybe not in this season. Oh, this is a really nice view. Look at all those flowers. All those plants. Some kind of mountain pass here. Super zigzaggy road though. I'm not sure if that was really needed to make it that windy, because the elevation wasn't really that dramatic, you know. Maybe the engineer was just in a mood. But yeah, this is a very nice place. Wow. And we're actually doing good progress. If we look at the ETA, we only have 177 kilometers left. So I think we should be able to manage it this episode, assuming that we continue with this pace that we have. Beautiful, beautiful town. This might actually be a city. Let's go and look from... Do we go right? Yeah, I think we go right. Novi Sad. Looks a bit like RusMap, if you ask me. I am reminded a bit like RusMap and ProMods, a bit of a merge between those two accents. So Project Balkans, I don't quite get the signature yet. You know how I mentioned that each map maker has his own signature? How he models the buildings, how he groups them together, and how he makes his overall map look like. Each map maker has his own trademark. When you see it, you'll immediately say, oh, that's RusMap for sure. Oftentimes there are things like that. ProMods has it as well, but it's not that apparent because there are so many. Look at that rail. That's a nice touch. It's not that apparent because there are so many different members in the ProMods team, so each has their own signature more or less. There's a common theme, but it's not as pronounced as RusMap. In the Balkans though, I'm not sure how many people did this. Only one? Or I don't know, more than one? Is it an actual team? But yeah, I haven't really seen their trademark yet. But I do like what they're doing. Really pro looking map. This is, I would say, ProMods level quality. RusMap level quality. How polished it is. Maybe the performance can do a bit of tuning, but more or less, look at that. So many people around, so many cars around. Well, the cars are not there doing, but the roads, the intersections, the houses, buildings, vegetation, even the parked cars there adds everything to the accent. I like it. I would love to drive here again. It's too bad ProMods is doing their own Balkans area. I wish they would do some other areas where no one has done yet, so there won't be as many conflicts. And that's getting laggy. RIP. Hang tight, guys. We'll get through this lag eventually. Pretty soon. Ooh, a boat in a canal. Okay, we're leaving Novi Sad. Let's see if that's how you pronounce it even. And we are discovering an Iveco over there. Do we have to drop in there? I would assume so. So we'd have to turn right, I would guess. And then we'd have to go back out to discover it. Fine. Let's go in. Let's go in as well and make a U-turn, you know. It's the very least they can do. And this is where the gates can be a hindrance actually. Actually, maybe I can just have a U-turn, make a U-turn in here. I don't think anyone's passing through here anyway. There we go. Smooth as silk. Beautiful. Traffic jam. People are getting impatient. Ah, nice. Very nice highway. Can we get one more photo here? I really love these interchanges. They're simple. Well, they're not simple, but they're typical cloverleaf interchanges, I think. But I don't know. It's something about how the roads were made. maybe the add-ons, how you call them. It's just how it was built, in the scale, the size of it all. Just adds on top of each other, and in total, look at the number of lanes there. That's just a work of art, I would say. Oh, man, I really like this. Let's go and get an angle on this one. I wish the camera would go faster. Maybe in here. That can work. Look at the traffic jam there. It's starting to build up. Yeah, we can have something like that. A bit wider maybe. Yeah, that can work. Now that might be the signature of Project Balkans. Beautiful highways. Multiple lane highways like that. Nice. Subotica. We're almost there. After Subotica, we just have one town left, and we are back in Jacket. Actually, I didn't share yet what my plans were after Project Balkans. I'm actually planning to go and explore Russia more, because we have RusMap. We've had RusMap ever since, but we haven't really gone through it in more detail, right? We haven't really explored it yet. So if you look at the map later on, so many unexplored cities and roads in RusMap. So we'll go and go there next. If you have any suggestions on which exact city to go to, do let me know, right? But we'll try to go through them all as much as possible. Probably can't manage to go through everything, but majority of them we should be able to handle. Okay. Having a problem merging as usual. Yep, this feels like rush hour. Alright. These ARE cars are really giving me a headache. And yes, another traffic jam there. Let's go and merge here in the other lane. I would assume there's some kind of merging happening there again. There we go. Yep, exactly. Losers! Kidding. Okay, we're part of the losers now as well. Karma. Karma goes in quick. Okay, we're good. Fuel is okay. Yeah, that's why I was really surprised in the previous episode. Like, our fuel just went from 100 to like 20% in just one job. Just 300 kilometers or 400 kilometers. That was because we were hauling a massive 80-ton loco. Made me go loco, really. But yeah, if you look now, we've traveled around 600 kilometers, and look at how much fuel we've taken. That was just like, that's nothing, you know. I'm thinking now though, if we're going to explore Russia next, should we go for a Russian truck as well? Nah, I'll probably just continue with the DAF. I really want to try a DAF Euro 6 by Oaxaca. Or let's see what becomes available. But yes, I'll probably try to delay going to 1.27 as long as I can, because the map makers probably won't be upgrading to that very soon, because they have a lot of work. They need to do a lot of work to migrate and upgrade their maps, because SCS changed something. I'm not really sure what the technical details are, but I think it gives some frame rate improvements with how the maps are structured now, or at least in the next version. As a side effect though, the mod makers have to adjust their maps, and that adjustment isn't as easy as just flicking a switch. I think they have to really do some serious stuff, and there's even some questions, unanswered questions, like the map is just crashing without any visible reason. So it's not that straightforward, unfortunately. So yeah, we might expect a couple of delays when it comes to the maps getting updated. We can see already most of the other stuff are updated, like the trucks, trailers are slowly getting updated to 1.27, all the other types of mods. But you can see there is hardly any map mod which is 1.27 ready, and I would assume it's mostly because of that complication. So even if the official game, the official release is already 127, I might even go back to 126 just to be able to still use the map mods, and so we can continue the series while we're waiting for an update. Yeah. And in case you didn't know how, Sheng taught this to me a few months back. You can actually, so for example, 127 hits and you don't like 127, you have an option to go back to 1.26. You just right click on ETS2 in the library, properties, betas, and there should be a beta version for 1.26, which is mainly for compatibility issues. So you have an option to go back one version back, I think. To go one version back. At least that's what I know. The trick there though is you have to make sure all your mods are for 1.26 as well. Because you can imagine, if you have 127 as the official version, most of the mods in the Steam Workshop will try to adjust for 1.27, right? And if you manually go back to 1.26, then those mods from the Steam Workshop will still be for 1.27. So you'll have to maybe unsubscribe for them, maybe manually download an older version, but you'll have to do some manual adjustments probably, because some of the stuff aren't backwards compatible, and it's a case-to-case basis, depending on the patch, depending on the type of mod. Yeah, modding is really complicated, even just using them, much more making them. And I can somehow imagine the pain for the map makers. It seems like a real hassle from what I've read. Like, there is this guy, the one who made the Egypt, I think, who released his mod for ETS2 1.26, and he said he doesn't have any plans to move over to 1.27 anymore because it's just so much rework. Because I think the Egypt map is full of original models. Like, he hardly used any assets from SES. He made his own. That's what I read, at least. And that means doing adjustments on your own as well manually. So that's too much rework for him, and he's not really interested in updating it for 1.27 anymore. I don't even know how the Egypt map looks. Has anyone played it before? Is it any good? Is it compatible with ProMods, RusMap, and the like? And what does it add aside from actual Egypt? I have no clue. Are we in Subotica yet? I think we're in Subotica. Yeah, this is the town name is coming up. By the way, guys, I'm sorry if the episodes have been very long lately. Some of you might not prefer that long episode, but yeah, I'm trying to stick with finishing a trip for each episode. That's why we have to make way for it. I have to really push through it, and I don't want to just rush it. I want to enjoy the moment, and that's why you get more than an hour long episodes. Sorry if it's too long, but good thing about YouTube is it does save your progress, right? So you don't really have to remember the last. In case you can't finish an episode in one sitting, YouTube should be able to help you a little bit with that. Okay, what is this? I'm assuming white light is safe. It just says there's a railroad. When the red light lights up, that's when the problem would be happening. Turn on the lights, it's getting dark. nice underpass there. I thought the truck just vanished. Are we almost here? Not yet. Not yet. But almost there. 63 kilometers. Fine. And it seems like we'll be going back the same way. We're just going here for the sake of uncovering this discoverable. That's fine. It is a nice looking city. It looks pretty massive actually, Subotica. I believe this is one of the new cities in Project Balkans 2.3, the latest version. And you can definitely see how detailed and how massive it is. It's not just a simple, oh, there is a roundabout straight ahead. Let's just go through that. Then go around. Whoops, disappearing trucks. That's a problem. Hopefully it doesn't happen the same for us. Alright. I would say we went through that roundabout pretty good. Even though I was looking at my side mirror the whole time. Going forward to Kelebija. Kelebija? No clue. Right, going back the way we came from. Actually, can we go straight? Just to switch it up a bit. Because this looks like an open road. Let's explore this a bit more. Subotica. It really reminds me of Subnautica. I should really play that game again, but I'm just waiting for... I've had a couple of comments that some of the people are really interested in seeing Season 2 for Subnautica. Because if you've been watching the channel for a while, I did already play Subnautica before, but it was a quite older version, so the features were more limited. And there were performance issues and the like. I think a lot has changed since then. But before I step into it again, I would prefer if it was really in the final version already. I mean the launch version, not in early access. So that I can really experience the full thing. Story, optimizations, all the features. That would be ideal. Let's try the trailer brake again here. That actually works, huh? Does it light up? It doesn't light up, interestingly enough. So it doesn't really light up as you are braking, which is kind of weird to me. If you're doing a trailer brake, shouldn't your brake lights be lighting up? Or is that a different concept altogether? I mean, for me, if you're braking, then regardless of what method, it should light up, right? Beat the yellow light. Yeah! And why am I staying on the left side? I don't know. Let's stick to the right side again. Nice. Yeah, see, very well developed city here. Subotica looks massive. Is it still in what country are we in now? I forgot totally. Serbia, was it? It's still in Serbia, looks like. It's probably not in Hungary. I would expect it's in Serbia. And then Szeged, that's the one in Hungary. So I'm expecting we should go through a border control pretty soon between Serbia and Hungary. We'll see. We'll see if I'm right, if I understand this enough. Slow down. 70. Actually, it is 70. But train. I don't think there's anything. Wow. How do you drive through that? Seems like the rails aren't connected. And are we late again? 1 hour remaining. And we should be there in 51 minutes. Yep, we'll be late. But this isn't an urgent job. That's what I like about it. So even if we're late, we'll probably get penalized for what? 10 euros. With the view that we've had, it's well worth it. Chill trucking at its finest. Chill clumsy trucking, to be more accurate. I guess this would be the longest episode yet, but as a sort of Project Balkans finale, I would say it's fine. Hopefully you guys are fine with it as well. Do let me know though. I'm always open to suggestions and feedback. So let me know if you feel like this is a too long episode, if we should have cut it, or maybe we should have gone to a different area. Yeah, I really wanted to explore all those new cities in the Project Balkans and finish it off with a bang. Okay, looks good. Alright. Home stretch. There we go. There's the border. Getting back into Hungary, and I would assume getting back into ProMods really soon. There we go. Hungarian flag with the stripes and everything. So this is probably the Serbian border. We go a few steps ahead. Magyarország. Wow, how do you read that even? And that I assume is the Hungarian flag, which looks like the Italian flag with a bit of a different sequence, I think. Not really good with geography, and I'm actually pretty bad at flags as well. Yes, you might have noticed there. What's that third sign with the blue car? What do you call that? Because the fourth one is probably calling a highway, but the third one, what is that? Let me know, guys, right? We haven't seen it yet in this trip, I don't think. We've seen most of those highways, but the car thingy, don't know where that is. Oh, and look, we're actually... Oh, it's nighttime again. Now, officially speaking, I think a truck driver should only be driving straight for around 8 hours, I believe. Wow, look at that sunset. Should just take a pic. 8 hours and then he needs a break, something like this. We're not really doing that, because if we do rest, one will be late, two will be doing nighttime driving, and I would sacrifice a bit of realism just so we can appreciate the sceneries more during daytime. Now, sometimes you really cannot avoid driving at night, like now, but I try to minimize it. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. If you would really prefer an 8-hour drive though, and then taking a break, do let me know. I think we can roleplay that, but you have to let me know that you prefer that. Otherwise, I continue like this. I just drive as much as I can, and then I go sleep in the evening. Oh, rip. We're almost there, guys. Hang on tight, right? I think that's where we're delivering, Agrovista. Agrovista. This, I don't even remember what we're carrying anymore. Ah, yeah, farm tractors. So we're delivering to Eddie Stobart. My mistake. Alright. Yeah, it's been a fun journey so far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying, are all relaxed and chilling. I guess it would be perfect if you have a TV out or a Chromecast or something to watch YouTube on your TV on your living room, and then you just lounge on this couch, even keeping me in the background, you know. I do that sometimes with the other streams, just doing something else or even watching and then relaxing, lounging on the sofa. It's perfect for after a hard day's work, I would say. And maybe not for my videos. Kind of depends what you use my videos for. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying so far. Do let me know if you are, right? Hit that thumbs up button, it really helps a lot. And your comments as well really help a lot. Because YouTube algorithm is not that clear. But what we know is the more likes and dislikes there are in a video, and the more comments there are in a video, the higher the score. So the more probability that it's recommended to other people, the higher the probability that it appears in search results. The more interaction there is, the more likes and comments there are. So if you want to support the channel, I would really recommend you do that. Like, dislike, comment, those would really help me out, right? And watching the ads as well. Yeah, some blatant promotion. But yes, if you are using ad blockers, I would suggest please turn them off when watching in YouTube, because YouTube is a free platform. The content creators are earning only via ads, and if you block those, you're not earning anything. And if everyone does that, we won't be earning anything, and it would not be sustainable anymore. So eventually people will have to stop making videos and everyone will lose. So I would suggest really turning off your ad blockers, watching the ads if you can support it. All you need is to watch the first 30 seconds and you can skip it. That should give something back to the content creator already. At least that's what the videos are saying. So when you watch an ad in YouTube, whoever is the owner of that video where the ad played will get something. How much? For sure we don't know. It's the YouTube magic. But okay. But yeah, it only appears, it only will register as a, how do you say that? As monetizable click or monetized ad play if you watch for at least 30 seconds. Or in case the ad is shorter than 30 seconds, then it will only be monetized if you watch the entire thing. But yeah, all it needs is 30 seconds and you're helping us a lot. Anyway, yeah, I know that's some blatant promotion, but I guess it's a useful thing to know. Because, you know, I had the same question myself. I did start watching YouTube videos. That's why I got inspired to make videos of my own. And I wanted to support the content creators that I like. And I was always wondering, how does it work really? Should I watch the entire ad? If I skip an ad, will they earn anything? So then I got the question. I got the answer. 30 seconds is the magic number. So that's a handy tip for you guys if you want to support content creators. Not just me, but everyone else. There we go. Parking here, and we should be good for the trip. Longest trip ever, I think. That won't work though. We'll have to really work for it. Some blindside reverse happening. Crap. I wanted to avoid it, but I don't think we can. Alright. Let's see how that goes. I need to turn on my rear mirrors because I can hardly see anything there. Reverse please. There we go. And I can't see the thing at all. Can't see the cones. Okay, there it is. Is that okay? Those are the both of them. Alright, that looks good actually. That looks promising. Let's just adjust it a bit and set it back like so. There we go. That wasn't too hard. or maybe we just got lucky. Either way, what's done is done. Success. Late for how many minutes? 630 kilometers, 37 minutes. Look, just 200 euros, and we earned 15k. We leveled up, lost 8 XP. That's nothing. Level 22. We go and get eco driving, maybe. That will save us some money, but yeah, I guess we can go eco driving. But I actually want to gas up. It's a good experience, even if it's more expensive. It's more immersive as well. I don't think I'll be leveling that up just yet. Just-in-time delivery, I'm not really fond of urgent deliveries, so we'll stick with high value or fragile. I don't really want long distance because we are having so many long jobs already. So maybe fragile just to even it up. There we go. Let me just position myself here and we'll call it an episode, right? Now I probably won't ask for the next job anymore because actually, let me try. Maybe we can do that quick, right? Let's see. So from Szeged, I want to go to Russia. And to go to Russia, we'll have to go through Poland. And look at all those unexplored areas here. And Slovakia as well. So many unexplored areas in Poland. Probably some Poland rebuilding areas there. And if you haven't heard of the news yet about that, I'll go and tell it in the next episode when we're in Poland proper. So we can go that way, going to Slutsk in Belarus. That's 1,000 kilometers though, so we'll probably have to split that in 2 episodes. But we can work with that. Live cattle, that sounds exciting. 16 hours left. Oh yeah, I just remembered. It's not wise to do this right now because I'll have to sleep anyway. Yeah, because it's night and we don't want nighttime driving. So I'll think about it. I'll work on it. But for sure we'll go towards ProMods. If you prefer to go somewhere else, do let me know. And I'll try to weigh it if that is beneficial to the series or not. But I'll for sure weigh your comments in, right? Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. The longest episode ever. Really appreciate it if you're still here. Anyway, thank you for staying and hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates. In the meantime, this is the Clumsy Geek signing off. Thanks for watching and have a nice day, guys. See you in the next one. Clumsy Trucking. Bye-bye.